What is going on, Wolfpack Nation? Welcome to a special edition, y'all. As it is time to get in and deep, y'all, with some NC State recruiting, y'all. As we have joined with us here today, Class 2025 defensive end commit Colby Cronk. Colby, what's going on, man? You doing good?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, can't complain, man. Can't complain whatsoever, man. It's always a good time to be a part of the red and white, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Let's go. Yeah. Yep. So Colby, man. So first of all, man, I mean, just, you were saying you just got back from practice, yep. And from what I've been hearing in terms of what's going on in North Carolina, I'm assuming spring ball just started for you guys, right?
Well, so it started around like May 1st, I think. So we've been going on for a little bit of time. But tomorrow we got our green and white game. I won't be able to be in it because I got track and all that. But next week we got the spring game. So, yep.
I got you. Well, and especially, I mean, because is it because you have the state championship coming up for track, right?
Yes, it's on Saturday. So I'm getting ready for that, man.
All right. Well, yeah. So by the time this episode's come out, then you'll have won that state title. So I love it.
Yeah. Let's hope so. Let's go make that happen.
Well, and I was doing a little bit of research on that too. So you do the shot put, and if I can pull it back up again, which I lost my spot, but I think I read it here in this article that your longest, your current mark is 5 feet farther than your closest competitor right now at the 4A state level right now. So I mean, you're kind of running away with it, man. Like, right.
But heck, it's up to what happens on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that's what happens. That's what
so tell me a little bit, just for like curiosity's sake, for those that don't really know much about how the shot put works. So I mean, like, do you just get one shot? Like, do you just, or do you use like a best of three?
It's the best of four. So you get 4 throws, and just whoever throws farthest in those 4 throws wins. But you get 2 flights with like 2 different heats. The best typically goes last. So, yep.
Okay. Cool. So basically I'm assuming that you're the top seed. So basically the benefit is that you would know what you have to beat, basically, right?
Exactly.
That's
so if someone goes crazy out of their mind, I know that's when I got to beat, so it's definitely taking right in.
All right, that's what's up. I mean, so what got you into that? I mean, and again, we'll move back into football here momentarily, y'all. So it's tuned in, but definitely curious, what got you into shot put?
So my freshman year, my head coach at the time, he made everyone do a second sport. And from what I was told, shot put is really good. I know a lot of professional like D-LINEMAN, like JJ Watt, TJ Watt, a couple of them, that did it. So I was like, I'm just going to try it out. So I've been doing it since then. And, it's not going too bad.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. I mean, so
and go ahead, Leighton.
Nope,
are there skills that you work on in track that you feel like are helping you then on the football field, whether that be, mental skills or actual physical skills? Yeah,
I think so. One of the big things I'm doing now is the spin, and you got to have a lot of balance with that. Like, keep your head on a swivel, keep the stand tall. And it also works on a lot of explosion too, translating the trenches a whole lot. So, absolutely.
And where do y'all head for that state meet? Where is it this year?
We're going to UNF, University of North Florida.
Nice.
It's like an hour away, but tomorrow we're heading out. We're going to be staying in a hotel. So.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so, I mean, do you see, because I mean, at NC State, Nyheim Hines is a famous example of a guy that, played football, but also did track and field on the side as well. Do you see that transitioning to the NC State college level at all?
I definitely thought about it, but the only thing is I would be like splitting reps with football, which I'm not sure if I want to do, because football is always my number one, my dream, my passion. So I've definitely thought about it, but I'm probably just going to stick with football as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So now let's actually dive into the football side. So first of all, with Mainland being based out of Daytona Beach, Florida, are you originally from Daytona Beach?
No, so I'm been born and raised in Palm Coast. Yeah, I've been living here my whole life. And ever since I was a kid, I've always known that I'm going to be playing at FPC. So that's what I've been doing. Yep. Mainland's kind of a pretty big rival to me.
And so what was your college growing up? Like, what did you grow up a fan of? What school?
I grew up rooting just for the Florida teams in the area. So, Florida, Miami, all of them. But
Gotcha.
there wasn't a specific real big college. But all I've known is I want to play college football at the next level. So that was my big passion, my big dream.
Well, you mentioned guys like J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, things like that. Who's your idol from the D-line side, man?
I really I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, like my whole life. So One of the big players is Jason Taylor. I like him a lot. He's a pretty good player. Him and Cameron Wake. So I definitely watch a couple of their films and what people have to say about him. So
that's two names that are not typically named in terms of the all-timers from the D-line side. So so I'm here for it for sure. So what made you originally interested in defensive end?
So I've been playing Pop Warner for a long time, and originally I played nose, but in middle school I played middle linebacker, so that's what I thought I would be playing in high school. But once I got there, we have a spring program for the incoming freshmen to play. Our defensive coordinator wanted me to go to D-line, and at that level I wasn't big enough to be nose, so they ended up putting me at end.
Okay. Interesting. And so, what's your favorite part of playing DN? Do you like more of the run game? Do you like more of the pass rush?
I like pass rush a lot. Getting a huge hit on the quarterback is the best feeling. Strip sack is awesome. But playing the run game is really awesome too. Being able to get off the block, make a big factor play. So, really being on the defensive side of things is my favorite part.
And what is your high school? Sorry. What is your high school like in terms of the athletic environment? Do you go to a really big school? Are people super into football? Is it a sport that, your school kind of excels in? Paint the picture for us of what it's like at your school.
Yeah, so because we're a really big school, we're in the highest classification for Florida. We're in 7A. It's changed a couple of years, but we've always been in the highest level. So it's definitely one of the bigger sports, the biggest sport, I'd say. And we're paired with Volusia County, which is a little south of us, because there's only 2 high schools in Flagler, which is us, and Matanzas. So we always play the Volusia County schools. You said Mainland before. We play DeLand, Spruce Creek, all those guys. So it's pretty competitive. I like it a lot.
So yeah, man. So talking to me a little bit now about the recruiting side. One question which was actually asked by our followers is being from Florida, you had a lot of interest from more of schools here in North Carolina, up northeast, but you also saw too there was some push even from schools like Florida State, things like that. But I know when you had chosen NC State, which again we'll talk a little bit more about that. You had said that Vanderbilt was kind of the school that was giving you a lot of attention as well. So, I mean, was it always kind of in your thought to go to a school outside of Florida, or just did the cards just fall that way? Before we continue, I want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsor, Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, that has your whole world covered, with agents in 5 offices throughout eastern North Carolina to help you decide how much coverage you need, offering policies for home and auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, crop, health, life, and employee benefits. They are able to combine options to find a comprehensive solution that works for you. Flatlands Jessup protects the things you love so you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying them. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Flatlands Jessup. You can also visit their webpage at www.flatlandsjessup.com. So please make sure to go and check them out.
I mean, honestly, I think the cards fell where they fell because NC State's the place for me, 100%. I love everything about it. And, that's what I think. Okay. Yeah.
And when was it that you first started to hear from NC State? And what did you know about the university before hearing from the football recruiting staff?
So they reached out to me in, I think, November. They offered me in November. Before hearing about them, I knew there was some interest regarding me. And I knew they were a good football program because, that year they went 9-3 last year, which I believe they placed 3rd in the ACC, which is definitely a big accomplishment. I think they're a really good football program. And I definitely know that now because I've been looking into it more.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, have you always known about NC State, or was there kind of a moment that really kind of caught your eye to them?
So, I mean, I've been watching, College Game Day for a very long time, and I've seen NC State a lot, actually. So it was a pretty cool experience that they started reaching out, for sure.
So who originally reached out? Which coach originally reached out to you?
I think it was Coach Gulia, I believe. But so he got my information, and then that day we set up a call, and I called him, but Coach Wiles was still sitting right next to him. So I started talking to Coach Wiles, and then he said they're going to offer me, and I was like, oh, wow, heck yeah, that's awesome.
That's what's up. So go ahead, Lindsay.
And if I'm correct, the first time you came to visit was back in January. Mm-hmm. What did you notice that kind of stuck out to you about NC State's football facilities that made this school kind of stand apart from other places you had checked out?
So the first time I visited was in January, so I wasn't able to see everything, like the campus and like their field and everything. I was able to see their stadium and their weight room and all their meeting rooms, and all of that was really, really cool. The stadium is the weight room has a huge view of the stadium, which is I really like that, because you're gonna be pumping iron knowing that's where I'm working for.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And the stadium was huge. I think it holds around like 60,000, something like that. So that's another big factor, because that's a big college feel, that you get to have all those fans. And from what I hear, it's a really, really big energy, which I love.
Yeah. Well, and I know from doing some research too that you had said that you were potentially going to attend the NC State Wake Forest football game last year, but the scheduling didn't work out. Right. So it's kind of interesting, but you, just like you said, you haven't had an opportunity to experience that Carter-Finley lifestyle here, man. But I know you said that you're going to do your official visit this year. So do you have any idea yet which game that you're looking to attend?
The official visit I have right now, let me turn my ringer off, is set in June. So it's going to be like June 7th. I really would love to be able to come up for a game, because that's something I want to see. That's something I want to feel, like be a part of. Like, I know that I'm going to be playing here a year from now. Okay. So I definitely am interested. I might bring that up. But yeah.
Okay. So did you choose that June 7th date, or do they kind of tell you? Okay. So why June? Yeah. Why not take your official visit during a game?
Just because in summer we have a little more time. Like if it was going to be in a game, I would be like battling with school. It'd be a Saturday right after Friday Night Lights. So it was just scheduling was a little off. I just thought summer might be a good time.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Have you been able to see videos from games from last season to kind of get an idea of what that energy and environment is like, since you haven't experienced it firsthand yet? Yes,
I have. I've seen, when I was on the visit up there, they had a couple hype videos that I saw, and the stadium was awesome. Like, it's super big field, really big energy. The fans were going crazy, which is something that you always look forward to. I always look forward to, like, growing up as a kid, making a big play and everyone just going crazy. And I think that NC State definitely holds that availability.
Yeah. And because if I remember too, within your recruiting cycle, you basically got a bunch of offers really just kind of back to back to back, and they just kind of rolled in, whether it's from Pitt, Wake Forest, Vanderbilt, Duke, USF, you name it. So, I mean, what was that whole recruiting process like? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really big honor that a lot of those big schools were coming after me. It made me have a strong, like, work ethic, I guess you could say. Like, I know I'm working for this every single day. It was a really cool experience.
And at least through the websites I could find, I couldn't find anything. But did you take any unofficial visits to any of the other schools?
Yeah, so I took one to Wake Forest, and then I took one to USF. So both were really great. It ended up being NC State that I think was the best one.
Well, because I remember too that you had said when you had visited NC State for a spring practice back in March, March it was. You had said that you were coming on the visit not with the plan, not necessarily to commit, but just when you had gotten there and once you watched film, everything just kind of aligned. What was it? Because by that point you had taken some visits. What was it that was just like the light bulb moment?
I was able to see the way that Coach Wiles coached, like at practice. And that was a really eye-opening experience for me, just to see that he's a really great coach. He knows what he's talking about, and they have a lot of equipment out there on the practice field as well, that they use. Their scheduling for each practice is similar to ours or at FBC, which I thought was really intriguing. So I'd be a little familiar with the setup of everything.
And you said you went in January, so obviously not during the season. But were you able to meet with any of the players, or have you had communication with any of the players so far?
I didn't meet just with them. When I was up there in March, I was able to watch some of the film study, and on the second day, I think it was March 22nd, they let me go to the very front. So I was talking to a couple of them, just small talk, but yeah, I think they're really great people. That's another thing. I think that a lot of the players have some of the more with that I have, just really good people, really good dudes.
Yeah, that's always important.
So I know also too that you had said that at practice that number 1 Davin Van and then Travali Price number 13 had caught your eye, or the coach staff kind of pointed them out to you. Right. What was it about them that really stood out to you?
They were big, they were huge, but their play style, they were super fast off the ball. They didn't take any plays off, which I always strive to do. And they're making plays on the practice field, which seeing your own position group do that at the next level is pretty cool to watch.
Yeah,
pretty cool
absolutely.
To see.
Yeah. So the last question to kind of wrap up, part 1 here, but when you had visited NC State, is there one thing, whether that's because it said that you came on Sunday, so you're able to see the campus, see the facilities, things like that. Was there one thing that you remember that, you turned the corner and you saw this room or you saw this on, area on campus, and it was just was like, whoa, did not expect that?
The facility part was definitely the weight room, because it's one of the first doors you open that we went to see. And it was, my mind was blown. I mean, because it's brand new. They said it was renewed 2 years ago, but it's awesome. And I took pictures, and I still just go back to my photo gallery, and it's like, man, I want to be lifting there. It's really, really cool. I love it a lot.
Yeah, and Coach Burnett and their crew, they keep that thing clean too, man. All the weights are perfectly, and everything's wiped down. It's a gorgeous room, man. So
absolutely, 100%, yes.
Yeah. Well, Colby, first of all, man, definitely appreciate it. And make sure Wolfpack Nation will have all of Colby's social media information in the description down below. So make sure to go and give him a follow for sure, and make sure you go support him. But what you got, Colby?
No, I was just saying, heck yeah, I'll go.
Support, let's go. Amen. So, especially since, unfortunately, we won't have you for the 2024 season. We look forward to having you for 2025 as we keep this thing going, man. So, because we're expecting big things in 2024, and we're not looking to step back, only step forward, right? Let's do it. So, with that being said, amen. So Wolfpack Nation, make sure to stay tuned for part 2, y'all, where we'll dive deeper into into his thoughts about NC State, talk a little bit about this upcoming year, and then talk about what's next for the class of 2025 as well, in his eyes as well. So with that being said, Wolfpack Nation, make sure again for us, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and give us a follow at Tuffy Talk now as well on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, y'all. We'll see y'all soon, and go Pack, y'all.